What is so magnetic about you, all of you, that would draw such power, such an intelligent individual into your orbit? You are at your base. What scripture is conveying is that at your base component, you're powerful. You don't need the lipstick and the hair and the eyelashes and the makeup. At your base, friend, you changed the entire structure. Not intentionally, but just being yourself. Just an intelligent individual coming into the knowing of your existence and watching you drew them in to such a point that it hypnotized them in a sense. They were besides themselves. They rationalized the irrational. What we're finding in 2nd Enoch is Semjaza is the leader of all of these people. And him being the leader, he says, okay, I'll read it again. Chapter 6, Book of Enoch. And it came to pass when the children of men had multiplied that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of the heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Semjaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. So there we have it. We get a little bit more insight as to what's going on here. Semjaza seems to be the leader of this idea, because why else would he say such a thing? He seems to be the person that's come up with the idea of doing such things. He will be the only one that will be able to legitimize this amongst his brethren, him being a leader. He's the leader of his troop, and he's also a leader of the heads of the other troops. And he's speaking from a point of leadership, and he's saying, come, let us go down and impregnate the women on the earth and have children with them. And they do it. They go down to Mount Hermon. Mount Hermon is where heaven meets earth, but on the other side. God has nothing to do with this. This is a divine rebellion. This is rebellion of God's angels to incarnate amongst the women. They have forsaken God, their creator, as if the woman is God. Follow me here. As if the woman would be able to protect them from the penalty of what will surely come from doing such a thing. As if something about the woman and them aligning to her will ease the penalty of such a sin. Whether it's grounded, this idea is grounded in truth, or whether it's grounded in hypnosis, some sort of hypnotic state that they're in. They legitimized it by this way of thinking. And Semjaza seems to be the one that comes with this ideology and sells it to them. And now that they've all coagulated on Mount Hermon, he says, I'm afraid that you guys are going to change up on me. When it gets hot and God comes and he finds out, you're going to flip the script and you're going to blame me. And now I need to get some kind of understanding here. I'm going to have to bind y'all to a curse. Mutual imprecations is what the Apocrypha says. Semjaza says, I fear you will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, let us all swear an oath and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. They all of them agreed to do this. Semjaza says, I'm afraid you're not going to want to do it. You're going to blame me. I don't know if we should do this. And then they all said, you know what? We really want to do this. Let's make an oath and bind ourselves by mutual imprecations upon it. Mutual meaning we all will put a curse upon one another. It's a web of curses. An imprecation is a forceful word. It's a curse being forcefully put upon one. As if when you're in the spiritual realm and you're speaking with spirits, you speak with a firm tone. Make a way. You don't give them a out. You don't say, please make a way. Try to make a way. Make a way. With this imprecation, it's the same thing, but on the other end. It's an add-if formula in a sense. It says, if this happens, this curse happens to you. If that happens, that curse happens to you. And that's what they're all doing upon one another at every angle. I hope I'm conveying this in the spirit that I'm feeling it. All of them are mutually binding one another, overlapping curses upon one another. Irrevocable curses, a tangled weave and web of curses that they cannot in any way come from up under without God assisting them. This is what's happening. Curses upon curses. And not just any curse, y'all. These curses are effective curses. They're effective because they're coming from the masters, the heads, the teachers. All of these are teachers. What we're looking at are all of the teachers within God's systems that agree to do this thing coming together. So when they say they bound themselves by mutual imprecations, I'm trying to show you the severity of this. They will not be able to go back upon this. It's done forever. Good times and bad. You've got to weather it. You've got to stay the course with it. And they bound themselves upon these imprecations.